Oh, hey, Lavender, it's your boy Big B, and we are back for another edition of Big Business. As you can see from the title, today we are here with a fragrance review. And this type of fragrance review I haven't done in a while. Yes, you heard me. It hasn't been done like this in a while. As you can see from the title, today we're diving into the house of Alexandria fragrances with their new fragrance, Ete-Sauvage Elixir, right? And as you can tell from the name, this one is a recreation of Dior Sauvage Elixir, the latest fragrance release from the house of Dior. All right, so that's what we're talking about today. And as always, I'll give you the clear disclosures, all right? This fragrance was sent to me for review. Kinda sorta. He's like, yo, bro, I got something for you. I said, ship it, and I liked it. This is the first fragrance out of the ones that he sent me that I opened, and I've spent my time with this. To kind of give you some perspective, I had this fragrance for about 3.5 weeks or so, and I feel confident enough to tell you what my thoughts and opinions of this scent is. Now, as I've mentioned before, because I haven't done this in a while, and I feel it's fair for me to tell you this. Prior to doing fragrance reviews, I was never a guy that go out and purchase inspired expressions, clones, anything like that, because, well, I didn't know much about them, and I felt like I needed to spend XYZ for this to matter, all right? But what I've come to realize over time is Handy puts out some good things. So before I get into the actual review on the scent, man, I was just looking at the bottle and I was thinking, like, over the years when I first started this and I got some fragrances in from Handy, it came in those little decant style bottles, and then he upgraded, and now he's upgraded again, and there's some quality here. Nice heavy bottle, cap is there. I know you guys don't care a lot about that, neither do I, but for those of you who do, now you know what to look for. A lot different here. You can just hear the quap. All right, heavy cap, and you can hold it there as well. All right, so here is your distribution. Nice pressurized atomizer that we have there, and this has some good scent. Now, before I talk about this one and tell you how this one stacks up, it kind of compares to the OG, the Dior Sauvage Elixir. Let me tell you a little bit about what to expect with that fragrance. Now, the Elixir in itself is a more potent version of Dior Sauvage, right? You have Dior Sauvage, the EDT, you have the Parfum, you have the EDP, and the Elixir is the more potent, more concentrated out of the bunch. Now, to me, when I smell that and I think about the other fragrances, I feel like Elixir could stand on its own in terms of scent profile. All right, this one to me is a spicy, woody fragrance that has a subtle touch of freshness to it. It's super long lasting, has some spice there, and it is potent. All right, and that's one of the things that I do enjoy about this scent. I feel it has this certain level of class about it that the others don't. That's my general synopsis when it comes down to Dior Sauvage Elixir. Now, let me tell you about this one here, which is Ete-Sauvage Elixir, or Ete-Sauvage Elixir. This fragrance is really close, man. Like, super close, okay? And I'm not sure exactly, unless I know a lot of you out there probably isn't aware how the process works, but I'm not. I've never been in the factory to see how they kind of create it. And obviously it came out this year and he was right on it. I feel like shortly after I did my review on this, he told me he had one, okay? And when he sent it over, I'm like, man, this smells really nice. To me, this one still has that same type of woody, spicy nature to it. However, I do find that Handy's version does something different than the original. And depends on who you are, you may enjoy what I'm going to say this one does more than the original, a bit more. I'll put it in perspective here. So I have 2 test strips, and I took them downstairs to the family, i.e. my wife and my oldest son, young Jamarco. Took it down to them, I had them smell them both side by side, and I said, hey, give me your impressions on this fragrance. I took it to my oldest son, Marcus, and said, boom, smell them, what you got? And he said, well, they pretty much smell like the same thing, and I think you're trying to trick me. I said, no, they're 2 different fragrances, but let me see where your mind is. And he said, listen, I feel like these are the same fragrance, but this one's fresher. And my wife said, bring it over here because he doesn't know what he's talking about. I said, okay, cool. So I took it over to her and she said, this one smells like you. This one is good. And they smell very similar as he stated. I said, you got to pick one though. You got to pick one. Okay. And I'll tell you what they both picked was this one here. Ete-Sauvage Elixir. And let me explain to you why. Although they did smell eerily similar, I felt Handy's fragrance did something a little bit different, and they did as well. And this was no influence on me. All right, what they stated his fragrance did different, or Ete-Sauvage Elixir, was it was fresher. To be very specific, what my son said was he felt that this fragrance was more vibrant, right? And what my wife said is, hey, this one smells like you, meaning it's a little louder, and this other one was a little more mellow. And they both smell amazing, okay? But if you are a fan of Sauvage Elixir, and that has a great amount of longevity, right? Sauvage Elixir, to me, is probably the most long-lasting Sauvage fragrance there is. But when it comes down to that projection, it projects a lot in the opening, and then it kind of mellows out. You get a lot of that wood, you get that spice, and some freshness that's there. There's the pink pepper within there that brings us freshness to it, but the freshness in this one is better in terms of freshness. In terms of the scent profile, these things smell almost identical. And when I say almost identical, I have to stick with that because that freshness there doesn't make them exactly identical. This one to me, and maybe that could be done on purpose. When I think of été, right, in French, it's like summer, I think, right? So you could be looking for something that's a bit more vibrant. And when I think of Dior Sauvage Elixir, especially in a time frame that it released and what I get for it, I think that that one is probably more of a fall and winter fragrance. It's denser, it's thicker, it's more potent than the others because those should do better in the spring and the summer. But I feel like this one here is one that really has it all, right? It can really work well in the spring and summer because that added freshness to it, but it also still has that same aggressive nature in terms of potency and power that will still last it in fall and winter. So where do you wear this fragrance? Well, you can pretty much wear it any time of day and anywhere. This is the fragrance that could be worn in the office. You could dress this one up. You could dress this one down. You could take it on a date casually. Whatever you want to do with this fragrance, you can do it. And I feel the same with Elixir. But again, that potency, how that fragrance projects, which this one does as well, I feel that that fragrance is probably going to be better suited for the fall and winter. Now the difference in terms of pricing, well, that's where some people were upset. Some people were upset and felt that Dior Sauvage Elixir was overpriced. Listen, man, I've subscribed to the nature in most cases the price is the price, and there you have it. Here we go, man. This scent here comes at a more affordable price point, and that's what Alexandria Fragrances really hangs their hat on, right? Bringing you a great smelling product that comes to you at a cheaper price point. And listen, he hit on his business model here. Now, if you're one of those guys or girls out there, like, you know what, I need that real deal Holyfield, so when people ask me what I'm wearing, I can tell them in confidence and supreme truth that I have on Dior Sauvage Elixir, then go there. But if you want a fragrance that still smells great, won't break the bank, and you could probably pick up 2 fragrances from Handy for the price of what you could pick up of 1 bottle of Dior Sauvage Elixir, then I tell you, go check out Handy. I don't have a discount code there at this time. This video was released before I talked to him, but maybe I can get a discount code and put that down in the description to save you a little bit more, all right? I just wanted to bring you some real deal Holyfield in terms of what this fragrance can expect here, all right? What I find with these fragrances, both are sophisticated, both are super crowd pleasing in my opinion. All right, I don't feel like there's going to be anyone out there, and maybe, listen, I know there's going to be some people out there like, look, this is not for me. But when I think back to the original video that I did for Dior Sauvage Elixir, the thing that came back was I felt it was overpriced, all right? So if you liked the fragrance and you felt it was overpriced or maybe too much, then maybe this is one thing you should check out. So there you have it, man. I think that both of these fragrances are superb. But again, if you want an added amount of freshness to go along with that projection and longevity that you get, that spice that's there, that cleanness that comes in as well, that's the fragrance that I'll tell you to check out. That's my thoughts and opinions on Ete-Sauvage Elixir in relation to Dior Sauvage Elixir. Longevity, top tier, projection, top tier. You won't go wrong either way. That's all I have for you today. As always, I'm your boy, Big being the like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend that we are back again. And you already know what I need you to do. Just hit the goddamn bell.